Hey, often in Scratch, you don't want to have the same character or background as what's given there by default, and it's very, very easy to change. So, first thing is I'm going to try to make a space shooter game. So, I want to switch my backdrop to something other than this white. So, what I can do is I can go over to my backdrops and click on this button, and it'll allow me to choose a backdrop or paint my own one, or it'll just pick one randomly, or I can even upload one from my computer. Well, luckily they have one I like, so I'm going to say choose a backdrop. Here's all the backdrops that come with Scratch, which is just a whole bunch of fun ones. I'm looking for a space shooter game, so I'm going to go down here, and they have one called Stars. So I'm going to choose Stars, and ta-da! Now the background is stars. If I click on this backdrop, you see here I can edit it, and let me make this a little bigger because it's kind of, it's going to goof it up. Never mind. It has two backdrops now. It has the plain white one, and then it has the stars one. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of the plain white one. I don't need that for anything. Next thing is I have a cat, and I don't really want a cat. So this allows you to create a new sprite. So each character is called a sprite. That's leftover lingo from computer programming from a long time ago. So instead of choosing a sprite, I'm actually going to build my own. So I'm going to hit paint, and this is now called Sprite 2. And they give you a whole bunch of editing controls over here to make your own sprite. So I'm just going to make a little kind of, I don't know, maybe just a little, let's make it really retro simple. So I'll just do a rectangle, sure, a purple rectangle with maybe a yellow outline. Let's see what kind of outline, what kind of color I can get here. If you change the brightness, there's a yellow. That looks good. Oh, yes. So, ooh, it's kind of, there we go. Purple and yellow. So once I've done that, I have my rectangle selected. I can draw on my little purple yellow rectangle. And you see how it creates the character, Sprite 2, and the image. And I'll put a little, let's put a little turret on it so that it can shoot things up into the sky. So now I have my turret. If I don't like the placement of it, I can click on this arrow and select it and move it around. Okay, and I think I'll try to center it right in the middle. You see how when I click on something, you get that blue arrow, that blue sort of target circle? That marks the exact center of the character. Now my character is a little bigger than I want, and I think I'll shrink that down a little bit and maybe move this up. Cool. And now the whole just go up a little bit more. I can actually use my arrow keys too to make it precise. The whole thing's a little bit big, so I'm going to highlight it and shrink it down. And then I'll drag him so he's centered perfectly. Snap. It'll snap into place too. Right there. That's cool. And so now I have my space shooter guy. Cool. I'm going to take the code I wrote also on the cat. And so if I go back here, I switch from costumes to code. I have code on the cat that I'm just going to take, and I will copy it. And I will go over to my gun and I will paste it. And now, when I run my code, the gun will move too. So I'm going to delete the cat, be left with just the gun, and we'll get ready for the space shooter game. Cool. Let's see. Is this going to work? Yeah, there we go. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, enough of that.